So check this out. We hardly ever get mosquitoes up here. And I saw a few mosquitoes by the cows, so I broke out my huge bug zapper. This is the, I think they call it a diplomat, but this thing is a monster. I can't believe how big it is. It definitely does the job on those mosquitoes. Alright guys, I am back with another episode of Snakes, here to feed your reptile frenzy one more time. And I have a bunch of snake egg boxes to open up. So if you remember last time, I kind of went through some of the boxes. I think we had 5 boxes. And there's a lot of eggs that didn't hatch or that were ready to hatch. And I put a lot of those back in the incubator. So I kind of wanted to go through them. It's been a few days. So we should see some interesting things crawling out from those. But first, Lucy messed up her cage. And if you guys haven't seen my show or Lucy, she is a big, big snake. And let me show you. She's actually in this tub here. Oh, I guess I'll open it. See what kind of mood she's in here. But, oh, I love these retics. But the problem is they like to pee a lot. So I'm always moving her back and forth and back and forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up on this little tripod here. And I'm going to show you how I move this girl from one tub to another. Okay, so I did notice she's not in that good of a mood. She's been hissing a little bit. So I got my big snake hook here. And I'm going to try to get it from this tub up into this tub here. Anyone want to help me? Lend a hand? Alright, so usually what I do first, just give her a little tap to tell her, hey, I don't want to feed you, I want to handle you. And just to kind of let her know that I'm going to move her. And, ooh. She's a little startled right there. I think she was sleeping a little bit maybe. She's a little bit grumpy maybe. Once you get her up, she's pretty good though. And really you just want to stay away from the bitey end. That's the end you want to stay away from. Oh! Yeah. Usually I can just, move her right in. It's pretty painless once you get her going. Oh, she's a big girl. Whew. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh. One of these days I'm going to get a weight on her again. See how big she is. But, yeah, that's pretty painless. And then I usually just change her water. And then, she usually doesn't go anywhere even with the tub open. She just kind of sticks her head out a little bit. And sometimes she'll just go back in. She's pretty content in these tubs. It's kind of amazing. She doesn't really want to get out and run around. So what I do is I just spray out the tub. And I just use a little of this F10 spray. Give it a good spray. And then wipe it down for the next time she wants to move. And then I move her name tag up, even though I know what she is and where she is. So that's pretty painless. Alright guys, so here's my setup. I have 4 boxes I want to go through full of ball python eggs. So these 2 are from clutch 7. This is clutch 8 and the 9th clutch of ball python eggs that are hatching. So we'll start going through these. The first one was a lesser bamboo, and we actually had a few from that clutch that I set up over here. We had one, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, we had a bamboo lesser. I tried to feed her, she didn't eat. Of course, she's pretty young, but there's a blue-eyed leucistic, a lesser bamboo, and I was actually hoping for a male. I got one female, and I got some lessers and some bamboos. But we'll see on this. I think we peeked in there. We saw one in the egg, so hopefully it's okay and it's out, and we can take a look at it. So I'm gonna set this up on the tripod and let's check it out. All right, guys, these have been in there for a long time. So these were the 55th day was supposed to be the 7th of July, and it is like the 19th. So I think it's like 67 days, which is, they all should be out by now, I'm thinking. And if they're not, I think I'm going to cut them. So let's take a look at what we have here. These guys are definitely out. Both of them. And it looks like we have a nice lesser right here. Very nice, very nice. So the odds were we could get lessers, we could get bamboos, we could get a bamboo lesser, which is a white snake, or we could get a normal. And I don't think we got any normals yet from this clutch. And then we have a really nice bamboo. Looks really nice. And I was actually a little concerned about some of the navels on these, but I saw some comments online, and they thought that was just the yolk that they need to absorb, so we'll see how well it does over the long term on a lot of these snakes. But I'm going to go ahead and figure out which ones are males and females, and maybe rinse them off a little bit in some water, and then I'll show you which one's the males and which one's the females. Alright guys, so this lesser is a female. And the way I figure out which is male and female, basically I just take the probe and stick it right in the pocket of the tail, and if it doesn't go in very far, it's a female. This one was really easy because it barely went in, so it's definitely a female. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up in one of my tubs. Okay, so this is the way I've been setting up my tubs. I've been using a little Reptisorb liner for the bottom. Little damp sphagnum moss up here right by the cup, and I kind of like to get it up around the water so they can easily get to the water. So this is actually going in my ARS 1065 over here, and then let me set up a label on that one. Okay, so this is how I set up my labels. If you haven't seen this before, basically I use these little magnetic strips in a label maker, and 18 for 2018, C7 for clutch 7, F for female, and a lesser. It is definitely a lesser. So let's take a look at this bamboo in here. Alright, so this one is definitely a female and just a bamboo. Okay, so that's one box down and 3 to go, and this was from the same clutch. It's a lesser crossed with a bamboo. So let's take a look at what we have in here. Yes. That lesser bamboo has actually come out, which I kind of knew that he was in there. This egg in here is really goopy. That's another reason I didn't want to take him out, because he was kind of still in a lot of liquid. So take a look at these guys. These guys are awesome. Whoa! He is a squirrely little guy. Whew! Yeah. Wow. So that's the bamboo on the bottom there, and the bamboo with the lesser gene on the top. That's pretty cool. So these guys are looking really good. They have a lot of weight to them. They don't. Ooh, he's a little snappy. He's snapping at me. He's looking super. He's really high contrast, thick body weight, no swelling at all. He'd probably take a mouse right now. Ooh, look at him go. Woo. Alright, and then this guy, he's a runner. And he's got a really nice body weight to him too. Looking really good. I'm really, really hoping this is a male. So, if you looked at some of my last videos, so this is when the bamboo interacts with the lesser gene, it acts as a super. So if this is a male, probably not this year, but the following year, he might be big enough. Usually when they're at 500 grams, you could start pairing them up. And when this guy breeds, all the babies will be lessers or bamboos. And you won't get any normals. The kind of downside to it is, say you cross this with something else that you want just the single gene on something else, well, you won't get that single gene. Everything that is with another snake will always be with a lesser bamboo. So I guess it's kind of pros and cons. You won't get any normals, but you'll get basically a lot of combinations. So I guess it depends kind of what you're shooting for. So if I bred this to a normal, it'd be perfect because we get all lessers and all bamboos, and you wouldn't get any normals. Like normally, if you breed something with a normal, you get 50% normals. So it's kind of powerful for normals. And right now, I have a lot of normal females. So it's kind of like my entryway into a couple more breedings with my normals. And I'm thinking I'll probably eventually phase out a lot of my normals. Whoa! Look at this guy. He is a little snapper. Woo! Look at that. I could probably feed him right now. Alright, so I'm going to set these guys up. Wow, that is really, really a stunning snake. I have to admit. I think this might even be a keeper, no matter if it's a male or a female. He is just really, really just beautiful. I just can't even believe it. I think this is by far my best bamboo in the whole season. By far. He's a really good looking snake. Alright, let me figure out which ones are males and females and I'll set them up here. Alright guys, so believe it or not, this bamboo lesser is another female. What are the odds of getting two females? So, yeah, that's kind of a bummer. It might make a good breeder, but it's going to take about 3 years to get the size. So, I'm kind of on the fence whether to keep one or both of these. But still a really cool snake. Alright guys, so it looks like this little tiger is a male. So, really cool snake. Really neat. I love his pattern. It almost seems like it's slightly reduced for just being a straight bamboo. Like it almost has something a little bit different in there, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Alright guys, 2 boxes down, 2 to go. In this clutch, this is clutch number 8. I believe we only saw one peeking his head out, so I think there's quite a few in here. And the box felt pretty heavy, so I think there's a lot. So the pairing is a pastel pinstripe with a bamboo. So we should get pastels, pinstripes, pastel bamboos, pinstripe bamboos, pastel pinstripes, pastel pinstripe bamboos, and normals. So quite a variety. So let's see what we have here. Look at that. Wow, that's incredible. Wow. That is a bunch of snakes. Check that out. Oh, we got a whole bunch of stuff in there. And then we got one little guy way over here just kind of... Oh, I zoomed in too much. Just kind of peeking his head out. But look at all those snakes. Wow. So let's see. Oh, we got another one here. Oh no, that one's out. That one's out. They're all out except this one. let me see. This is, yeah, these are all out. So actually, I didn't even cut any of these eggs on this one. And then we had the one bad egg, if you remember from last time. And this time, I actually left the bad eggs in there. And look, even though it was attached to a good egg, it seems like it didn't affect it at all. I was kind of wondering about that. And some people just leave the bad eggs in there and they just mold up. And it seems like some people don't have any issues at all. So it looks like in here we got a little bamboo, which is kind of cool. I might give this one a little cut, just to kind of see what's going on here. He seems really, I'm going to pull up a chair. He seems really dry in there. So I'm wondering if he just, I wonder if he has a problem or... I'm tempted to try to take him out, but... Well, I guess it's pretty goopy in there. So usually if there's a lot of liquid in there like that, I'll leave them in there. So that's probably the one that I'll leave. I'll put back in the incubator, but all these other ones, these guys are all ready to be set up. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 right here, huh? Wow. Look at that. Wow. That is a bunch of snakes. Whew. That's incredible. Look at that. See if I can get them all on camera. The whole family. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see what we have here. Woo! So, this one here, I'll go through them one by one. We'll figure out which one's male and female. But this is a bamboo pinstripe here. The weird thing is I could have bamboo pinstripe pastel. So here's 1, 2, and sometimes the only way is to compare them side by side. This one could have pastel in it, this one here. I think it might, because look at the pattern, how more it's faded more on the sides. So I think this one here has pastel. And the head's a little more blush, the color's a little more lighter. I think this is I think it's a pastel pinstripe bamboo. And I think this one is just a pinstripe bamboo. Then I was kind of looking at the other ones. At the same time I was looking at those. So these all these 3 right here, just look like lemon blasts. 3 lemon blasts. No pastels. So these are all pastel pinstripes here. These guys are all looking really good. And then let's see what else we have. It looks like we have 2 bamboos, and the hard part with the bamboo and the pastel is it's really hard to tell the pastel bamboo from the bamboo. I would say this one with the lighter head probably has pastel in it. So this is I'm thinking this is a pastel bamboo, and this is just a bamboo. So wow, we hit some really good odds actually. We have no normals, no pinstripes, no pastels, which are all kind of the low end the cheapest, I guess you'd say the cheapest at this point in time. Pastels used to be worth a lot, but with the market the way it is, stuff kind of goes up and down. So I'm going to go through these, and this is going to really fill up my rack. So I'm going to go through these and figure out the males and females. Alright, so this is a female Lemon Blast, female Pastel Pinstripe. Okay, so here's another Lemon Blast that is a female. Okay, this is my third Lemon Blast and the third female Lemon Blast. What are the odds of that? Okay, moving on to the Bamboos. It's a female, another female. It's like almost the whole clutch is females. This is a really nice looking high contrast bamboo. I really like this one. Here's another bamboo, and this one is a male. This one's really pretty. So this guy's a squirrely little guy. So this is a Pinstripe Bamboo, and it's a male. It's a good looking snake there. Okay, so this was the the Pastel Pinstripe Bamboo, and it is a female. Pretty nice 3-gene animal there. It's pretty interesting. It's got a pretty unique pattern. The belly is pretty clear. This is the first time I've ever really handled been up close and personal with a Lemon Blast bamboo. So, it's really interesting. Doesn't look like a whole lot different from the Pinstripe Bamboo. Just a little bit more reduced, a little bit lighter. Almost like hieroglyphics. The little patterns. Little deer and aliens and antlers, and it's really interesting, like a secret code. I think I'm shaking. I don't think he's got a wobble. That's a really neat snake. Okay, so for this last egg, I'm going to put it back in the incubator. And basically, what I use is this press and seal. And let me get a scissors here. So it's just regular Glad press and seal. And I've actually seen some comments on some forums that people are kind of discussing if you have snakes in there with the press and seal, do they have enough air, and do you have to actually go in and vent the press and seal? But as you saw from that clutch, it was a whole clutch of snakes out of the egg, and the press and seal was on there the whole time, and there's no issues at all with them running out of air. I'm pretty sure this the press and seal breathes a lot, so that's definitely proof right there in that clutch that there is no issue with the press and seal and having a bunch of snakes in there. Alright, so I'm down to my last box. This is actually the 9th clutch of eggs that's been hatching. I can't remember if we took some out of here or not the last time we looked. I think we did, and we just put a couple back. So yeah, so we only have 2 in here. And the pairing on this was a pinstripe crossed with a bamboo. So, on this one, actually pretty good odds. We got a pinstripe and a Pinstripe Bamboo, which is pretty nice. That's a really nice looking Pinstripe Bamboo. It almost has like a pink hue to it. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a neat looking snake. And then this guy is just a regular lemon blast. I have quite a few lemon blasts this year. No, not a lemon blast. Just a pinstripe. Yeah, because there's no pastel in this one. Yeah, this was just a pinstripe. So this is what the straight pinstripe looks like. Yeah. Boy, I better go back and look at my other ones and make sure that I can. I like to verify, go back and verify everything, that I'm not calling some of my pinstripes lemon blasts. But you can see that they definitely have more of the stripes like coming down the sides, like a pinstripe. If it had the pastel in it, it would break it all up into a different, more of a broken up pattern. That's a good looking pinstripe though. Actually, I don't think I have many pinstripes. I think this is only my second pinstripe so far out of everything. I really like the pinstripe. It's almost like a golden snake. It's the only one that's really truly gold. And I love mixing it with the pied. It's almost like a golden pied. So that's a neat one. So this pinstripe is a male. So I think it's one of my first male pinstripe anything. Most of my lemon blasts are all females. I'm not sure about my other pinstripe. But it's a really good looking snake. Alright guys, so I'm saving the best for last. This guy's taking off. This is a female bamboo pinstripe. Look at how beautiful that is. Wow. That is really an awesome snake. So, out of all those boxes today, we only had one egg to put back in that's still to come out. And we are far from being over, let me tell you. Check that out. That is so awesome. So take a look at this, guys. So this is my ARS 1039 hatchling rack, and the whole thing is completely full of lots and lots and lots of little baby snakes. Look at these guys. That's completely full. And then if you come over here, all the ones with the labels have snakes in them. So the grand total so far, I have 60 baby snakes so far, which is incredible. That's a lot. And I have another 5 more boxes of eggs, plus the one that we put back, so really 6. And then I still have 3 females that are going to lay, believe it or not. I still have my albino female that I crossed with my albino pied. I have a pastel pinstripe. I can't quite remember the pairing on that. And then I have this girl over here. She's going to lay really late if she lays at all. And I crossed her with my fire pied. So that's going to be, I really hope she lays, because that'll really be an interesting clutch there. So thanks for watching. Things are getting a little really crazy. And I will see you next time.